So there's two, and here's a third reason, and that's guilt. The guilt of the deceivers is just part of this. That is the guilt of the priests and the leaders who know better. It's just stunning how much guilt there is among the priests and imams and pastors of this world when they know very well that the things that they are saying in their pulpits are not what they believe. But it propels the infectious guilt of the deceived. They pass the buck to the deceived and let the people in the congregation police themselves. Ayaan Hirsi Ali, in this stupendous book, is to me very eloquent on just exactly this topic. I'm calling it the mutual policing of the devout. She doesn't need to fear the imam or to listen to the imam. She can just get from her sisters, from her brother, from her aunts, from her family, from her clan. They're all involved in enforcing the pretense of the beliefs and making her feel terribly guilty and afraid for not maintaining them. It reminds me of this stunt which some of you may have done, where you get a circle of people and everybody sits down in the lap of the person behind them, and it's all self-supporting. You can all sit down, which is a sort of a nice trick. But in this instance, it's not so nice, because what you can have is a whole society that is supporting itself on nothing but the enforcement by its own members of the obligations that have come from somewhere and who knows where anymore. You can cancel out the priests, the imams. The whole group just goes right on perpetuating this terrible cycle of guilt. Boyd and Richardson, I'm a professor. I can't resist getting a little bit academic here. Boyd and Richardson have a lovely paper on second-order punishing. It's an evolutionary model which shows that when you have second-order punishing, that is, when you not only punish your people in your group for transgressions, but you punish those who refuse to punish, that this creates a potent situation where just about any taboo at all can be maintained simply by the cycle of punishment that's created. And of course, punishment doesn't have to be corporal punishment. It can be just disapproval. It can be just banishment. It can be just shame and so forth. So there we have three good strategic reasons for declaring belief in God. And here's another one, the Concord fallacy. This was mentioned. My whole talk here was beautifully presaged, so I can sort of speed over this. The Concord fallacy is when one makes a hopeless investment, one sometimes reasons, I can't stop now, otherwise what I've invested so far will be lost. Iraq. Well, Christopher Hitchens gave us two examples. He also gave us the example of Billy Graham. You know, hey, at this point in my life, what am I going to do? I've devoted my whole life to it. There's so many religious leaders out there who late in their life are trapped by the Concord fallacy. I think we should feel actually a fair amount of sympathy for them, even if we heartily disapprove of their inability to have the courage to come forward. But we should recognize that it takes tremendous courage for them to do this. If you want to read a very moving book on this, I recommend John Updike's novel In the Beauty of the Lilies, about Clarence Wilmot, a Protestant minister who loses his faith, finds the courage after many years in the pulpit to announce his atheism, and then you watch his life plummet thereafter. The Concord fallacy is a very compelling, if ignoble, reason. And then finally, just plain embarrassment. I don't know how many of you follow chess or computer chess, but when Deep Thought was playing in one of its matches, it made a move on move 12, and on move 13 it took the move back. And the commentators roared with laughter. They said, this was hilarious, boy. It showed that a computer was incapable of embarrassment. No human player would do that. Or even if they could see, oops, darn, that was a mistake. It just takes too much out of you to say, oops, sorry, made a mistake. We hate to make mistakes. And we hate even more to admit to making mistakes. And there are a lot of people out there who would hate to admit, oops, sorry, this religion thing I've been doing for the last 5 years of my life is just, sorry, a big mistake. It takes an unusual courage to acknowledge that, or just weirdness. So the outcome is what I've called belief and beliefs. Some people believe in God. How many? It's very hard to say, actually, because some people believe in belief in God. And there are more people who believe in belief in God than believe in God. Well, how do I know that? Well, all the people who actually believe in God also believe in belief in God. I mean, I don't know about you, but I have not really encountered anybody who goes around saying, oh man, I just wish I could get rid of this belief in God. It's so embarrassing, No, if you believe in God, you're proud of it. But then there's all the other people. So they all believe in belief in God. And then there's all the people who believe in belief in God but don't believe in God. Well, what's the proportion? What's the ratio? We'll never know. Because those who believe in belief in God behave exactly the way people behave who believe in God, except that they won't, say, run into a hail of bullets expecting God to save them. There aren't many people who believe in God that way. So we can't tell. Maybe we're tiptoeing around and very few people actually believe in God. They just believe in belief in God.